for me personally, it has been inspiring to see the engagement of our faculty in general with our families. And this place is so amazing, it's really hard to be sort of a legend of Glennon. So when I think of Dr. Fiore, I just think of someone who is so impressive that he's even impressive among his peers here. So your dedication and passion to this work is so respected. We have always had a premier heart program nationally. It's truly through your personal leadership and invested time and effort, the people you've picked and the people that gravitated to be with you and work with you, and the trust that the families and the community has placed in you is probably the greatest gift you could ever receive, I think, right? But for me personally, as the president of the hospital, I just want to say how much it's meant to me to see you in action and see the team be so strong and stable, and obviously we'll continue that legacy and further it, and we have so much to be proud of. Also for your wife, for the gift of his time that you've given. I can only imagine the pressure on you as he's worked so hard on behalf of the families, so thank you as well.
So, Dr. Fiore, I wanted to thank you on behalf of the CHD families in the St. Louis area, and others who have traveled to get medical help at Cardinal Glennon. There are a few local CHD Facebook groups that I'm in, and of course, everyone is sad that you're leaving, but that's because you're such a great surgeon. There must have been many sleepless nights you dedicated at the hospital where you'd rather be at home, and instead, you were with us and our heart warriors. So we wanted to recognize you today for all the life-changing surgeries that you have accomplished. Thank you for dedicating your career to saving our children. With our sincerest and deepest gratitude, thank you. My name is Nicole Wodashinsky, and my daughter is Nora. She had her open heart surgery in 2020, September, here at Cardinal Glennon. You were on the surgery team with Dr. Huddleston, where he was doing the surgery. But you checked up on Nora many times in the hospital, and I'm sure you were in the decision-making processes. I'm a quilter by hobby, not by trade, and the only thing I could do is to make a quilt, so that's what I did. This quilt is my own design and whatever I thought of in my head. Yeah, you can open it, definitely. The heart panels were custom printed locally, and embroidery was local, the quilting was local, done by Mary Hutchinson. We picked out the quilting so that it matches the quilt perfectly. It has little heart beads and little hearts. Enjoy your retirement with this quilt. There's a front and a back. So,
Wow.
this is only one of the two gifts I have today.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Wow.
So it has, anatomical curves.
Thank you. That's unbelievable.
And stitching.
Thank you so much. So to make something like that.
The back has your name and that you're a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Thank you.
And I hope
Thank
you
you.
use it. It's meant to be
That is
used.
stunning.
I have some care instructions.
That is
for you to do.
absolutely stunning.
So I shared this with the CHD groups on Facebook, and they're like, "What can we do? We want to help. We want to be a part of this."
Thank you. Thank
So-
you so much.
Gift number 2 is a thank you book, not from me, but from all of the patients
Thank you.
that you've touched.
Thank you.
It has pictures of their heart warriors and their families, and a little thank you on each page.
Thank you. That's stunning. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
This is for you too.
Thank you. That's unbelievable. Thank you so much.
You're so
His Cardinal Glennon career actually began in 1988. It was the year before he did his first case here, which was a pericardial window in March of 1988. His last operation was on the last day that he worked, June 30th of 2021, and it was repair of a hypoplastic aortic arch and a ventricular septal defect, which is quite a long stretch between a pericardial window and doing an operation like that on a neonate weighing about 6 pounds. Dr. Fiore himself has performed over 4,000 operations here at Cardinal. So the one thing I would say that's marked by his career has been absolute loyalty. He's been loyal to this institution, he's been loyal to St. Louis University School of Medicine. This is extremely rare for congenital heart surgeons. I can think of less than 5 congenital heart surgeons in the senior group now that have spent their entire career at one institution. I'm obviously not one of them. And I tell you, it's extraordinarily rare. There are lots of things that can happen that lead to people leaving. Most of the time it's the lure of another job, but the grass is always greener. Like Fiore stuck it out. The other thing is that whenever you spend some time at a place, you'd like to leave it better than it was when you came. And I think that the program speaks for itself.
Lots of help. Small spoke on the big wheel. My partner is really my brother. He's my, he and I are extremely close, as you all know, and I never could have made it, particularly these last 10 or 12 years without him. He's a surgeon's surgeon, let me just tell you that. None of you understand it because you're not in the operating room with him. I was. I wish I miss it. But he's a surgeon's surgeon. And I thought I knew a little bit about congenital heart
This is
surgery.
about you, Dr.
I
Fiore.
know. I have to say this, doctor. I thought I knew a little bit about congenital heart surgery until I met Chuck Huddleston. And he made me into a much better congenital heart surgeon. And he taught me operations I didn't know how to do. And we worked together every day for over 10 years, and it was a phenomenal experience. And many patients benefited from both of our efforts and continue. You're all very fortunate